What is up, guys? And today I'm going to be showing you the 3 mistakes that are secretly killing your gains. Very first and most overlooked mistake that's killing your gains is going to be not eating enough food, specifically enough protein. Guys, it's incredibly important to get enough protein in our bodies. What this means is you want to aim for about 1 gram to 1.5 grams of protein per pound of body weight every single day. So say you weigh 150 pounds, you want to have 150 gram protein to 225 grams of protein. That's the ideal range to try to do every single day. And guys, eating enough food, right? This doesn't mean just going in freaking getting a cake, right? Getting some ice cream. No, not this. It means eating healthier foods, get that chicken in, get that steak in, the meat, all the meat, right? And then also, you could have healthier carbohydrates such as nuts, that kind of stuff, maybe sweet potato, baked potato, but not too much of it, right? Just mainly focus on eating meat, eating eggs, getting all that protein, and then say you want to have a sweet treat, try to just stick with something like fruit, fruit like mango or some kind of melon can really satisfy your sweet tooth, and try to resort to that rather than going to the much unhealthier and processed foods. The second reason is going to be the fact that you're not training hard enough, and more importantly, you're not training to failure. So basically, you guys have to understand this. When you want to build muscle, the muscle is built in those last couple of reps where you're essentially going to full failure, right? Very last failure. Because when you do this, it actually forces the muscle to put on more strength, right? When you put on more strength, that also leads to putting on more muscle. So the strength forces your muscle to grow. So when you get stronger, that's why it's very important to just focus on strength training as well, as strength training forces muscle growth. When you get stronger, your muscle grows. So when you just say, you see a lot of people doing 8 reps, just do 8 reps, do your 8 reps, whatever, it's done. But say you could actually do that for 12 reps, right? Like your max is 12. In those reps between 8 and 12 is where you're gonna really see the most growth. In those last couple of reps where you're really pushing yourself, you're really just trying to get those reps up, right? That's where it forces your muscle to grow, and that's what will actually help you put on more muscle and get those gains. Guys, so the third way that you're killing your gains is gonna be not sleeping enough. So guys, sleep is incredibly important. We need sleep to recover, for the muscles to recover and actually have time to grow. So that's why I would suggest having at least 8 hours of sleep every night, every single night. Don't be eating 6 hours. Of course, I understand if the schedule sometimes calls for you only getting 4 hours, you only get 4 hours, but we really got to make an effort to try to get 8 hours in. It's going to help with muscle growth. It's going to help with a lot of things, cognitive functions as well. And all things are better when you sleep properly. At least 8 hours, I would say between 8 and 10, and that's the ideal range. And yeah, guys, that's the video. Those are the 3 mistakes that are killing your gains. Make sure you're not making any of them. Make sure you're working hard, training hard. Please leave a like, subscribe, comment. Everything's down below. Have a great one, guys. Get to work.